What's good, peeps? Self-isolation day, I think it's day 37. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully everyone is hunky-dory. Where does that come from? Hunky-dory. 1 second. Where does that hunky-dory? What does that mean? Sorry, this is so random. Okay, all it's bringing up for... Okay, hunky-dory, meaning everything's fine and going well. Okay, I know that. But what is that like? Where does it come from? Like hunky dory. All right, 1 second. Sorry. Wait, people. Hold on. What does hunky dory origin? No, it's bringing up bloody. What? All right, where did the term hunky dory come from? The least exotic theory of all, but almost certainly the true clue, traces hunky-dory to the archaic American slang word hunk, meaning safe, from the Dutch word honk, meaning goal or home in a game. It's like weird, like we say things. Oh, the coffee is here. I feel like we say things, especially in this country, and we have no idea what they mean. I've been saying that for a long time. Hopefully everyone's hunky-dory, and I have no idea what it means. It could mean something racial. I have no idea. But did that explain it? I'm not sure. All right, before we talk about Mike Tyson coming back and ruling the heavyweight division, I do love boxing. Let's have a look at anything else trending in the last couple of days from this crazy sport that we love. Let's quickly go into Boxing Scene's website. That's kind of my go-to website. Is that what it's called? Yeah, website, just to see if there's any information. All right, what's this? ARUM could see Muhammad Ali struggle against Tyson Fury. All right, I will timestamp all these things, so just click on the timestamps in the description and you can just fast forward to any story you'd like to hear, but you might as well just watch all of it, because what else are you doing? What else are you really doing right now, people? All right, so Bob Arum could see Muhammad Ali struggle against Tyson Fury. Easy, Bob. Easy. Thin line here. You're on thin ice, mate. Easy. Bob Arum does this all the time, doesn't he? Anyone he's promoting, you got to give credit to the old man, right? What is he, 88, 89, still going strong? Anyone he's promoting that's doing something remotely good, he has to compare them with some of the greats, and he always pits them like they either could win or they could compete or they could do it. That's what he does. That's his job. Manny Pacquiao, when he had him, was the greatest fighter ever. I remember it. Now, Terence Crawford is better than Manny Pacquiao. Back then, that's what he says, right? Terence Crawford is the greatest. So, look, I just take what he says with a pinch of salt. But in saying that, look, Tyson Fury is 6'9" and can move, right? I mean, that's a problem for any heavyweight. Any heavyweight in the history of the sport, any, don't care. So I understand what he's saying. That being said, look, we would all, I think, pick Muhammad Ali to beat Tyson Fury, but understand what he's saying and think logically before you think that what he's saying is blasphemy. It's not blasphemy. Tyson Fury is 6'9", nearly 20 stone, and can move, has a bit of punch power, and can talk well as well. That'd be interesting, right? So it's not blasphemy. Tyson Fury would cause Ali some problems, but in the end, we're talking Muhammad Ali, people. We're not talking Deontay Wilder. What else have we got here? Ricky Hatton explains why he would have beaten Amir Khan. That's interesting. I'm not clicking into the stories, by the way. I'm just going on the headlines and making of it what I will. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Who would have won that fight? Both very, very good at 140 pounds. I thought Amir Khan, when he was fighting at 140, I thought he was the best 140. People might say Devon or Timothy Bradley. Sorry, I thought Amir Khan was. Was Ricky Hatton the best 140? I guess when he beat Costa Zoo, that kind of title went to him, right? That's an interesting fight at obviously at 140. Who would win that? They just missed each other by a couple of years, didn't they? That's weird. Everything Amir Khan has chased, Ricky Hatton got, right? The Pac-Man fight and the Mayweather fight. Lost them both, as Amir Khan would have, but got them. Who would have won that fight? Amir Khan, super fast. Ricky Hatton, very aggressive, makes you work for every single second of every minute of every round. Takes 2 or 3 coming in to land he's one, so not the best defense. I'm trying to think. Ricky Hatton best, Costa Zoo, right? That was his best. Amir Khan best, debatable. There's been a few. I think I might favour Amir Khan, you know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. All right, what's this? Bute, I was never the same boxer after the fight with Carl Froch. Do not let Carl Froch read that. Bloody hell. I mean, Carl Froch's ego is fucking that big anyway. I mean, he hears that and that's it, right? But it's true, he wasn't the same fighter after. We talk about the best Carl Froch nights. That was it for me. It wasn't Wembley landing that Groves sort of shot from the god or whatever he called it. It was that. He had come off the Andre Ward loss. He was fighting at the time. Believe it or not, people were saying Bute was the #1 super middleweight in the world. He hadn't entered the World Boxing. What was it called? What was it called? Is it called World Boxing Series? I can't remember what it was called. He hadn't entered that, but he was the man. He moved so Bute glided across the ring, by the way. Fantastic movement. And he was favourite to beat up Carl Froch. He was favourite to come to Nottingham and do a job on Carl Froch. And Carl Froch just done a number on him. A number on him. That was the best Carl Froch. The amount of pressure going into that fight. He loses that fight. You could say he retires. And then he went on to have another, 4 or 5 fights after and make millions. So great night for Carl Froch. Not a great night for Lucian Bute. Got smacked up, didn't he? Badly. They could have stopped that fight around early, you know. I remember when he's walking to the corner and his coach is having to kind of hold him back, like bring him into the corner because he was literally already gone. Great performance. What else do we have here? This is interesting, right? I don't know if you guys saw it when Hafthor Bjornsson deadlifted the 501 kilos. He called out Eddie Hearn for a boxing match. That's all well and good, right? Although it should be more in the WWE just because of the size of these guys, right? I mean, Thor is like 460 kilos. No, he can't be that much. What am I talking about? 400, what is he, 460 pounds? I think 400, that makes more sense, right? I think he's like that weight at 6'9". Eddie Hall's obviously come down a lot, but Eddie Hall even now still walks around at 26 stone or something. But what's interesting about that is that during the call out, Thor said that he had been given a 7-figure contract to fight Eddie Hall, and Eddie Hall had been given the same. These guys are going to make over $1 million. I don't know if it was dollars or pounds each. That's crazy. Will it do good numbers? How many people would tune in to watch this? I think it will. There's a genuine rivalry there, by the way. This isn't no WWE staged thing. They do not like each other and have not liked each other for a very, very long time. So this will be interesting. I think I'd put my money on Eddie Hall. I think Thor is just too big, right? He's actually too big. And I think he would gas. Even though both of them have got an athletic background, by the way. Thor, I think, played basketball for Iceland. And Eddie Hall was a very, very good, I think, national level swimmer. It's weird looking at both of them now, right? But yeah, that's true. All right, what else have we got here? Frampton still views Santa Cruz win as biggest of his career. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, what else is on that resume? Kiko Martinez coming up, Scott Quigg, Nonito Donaire. Yeah, definitely the biggest of his career. There should have been a trilogy fight, right? Both fights were super close. It's 1-1. There should have been a third fight. Obviously, Santa Cruz was chasing other things. Abner Miles now chasing Javonte Davis, maybe Gary Russell Jr. But I think it's still a big-ish fight, especially if Frampton can get past, like, I don't know if he can, but if he can get past Jamal Herring, whenever that fight happens, then it makes it a bigger fight because he's actually got a belt chasing Santa Cruz this time. So, yeah, it's definitely the biggest win of his career. Any more bits here? Let's have a look. Rested Eddie Hearn ready to take over the world. He's close, right? He's close to taking over the boxing world. Obviously, there's still some big fish in there to compete with. Bob Arum's still there. It's still going well. I feel like there's been a resurgence with Bob Arum. I felt like Top Rank were a bit just, I don't know, just not falling by the wayside, but I felt like Al Heyman and PBC were swallowing them a bit. And now, I don't know if it's because of the Tyson Fury thing, I don't know what it is, but they've definitely sort of come back. So I'd say there's competition from there, there's competition from Al Heyman. Oscar's not going to disappear, right? With Canelo and Ryan Garcia, Munguia, etc. He's not going to disappear, but Eddie's right up there. And it's good to see a UK promoter competing with some of the biggest promoters in the world, right? Like sitting on their table. And Eddie Hearn is certainly on the top table. Anything else interesting? KOWNACKI keen on HELENIUS rematch and showdown with Ruiz. Boy, that was an upset, right? An upset, boy. KOWNACKI just didn't look good in that fight at all. His stock has gone down. Let's not forget, KOWNACKI was offered the Anthony Joshua fight. Said no to it, right? I don't know on whose advice, right? We could all make our guesses. Then was touted to face Ruiz in the summer if he got past HELENIUS. So think about the big checks he's missed out on here. He's missed out on AJ check. What we're going to say, $4 or $5 million possibly. He's now missed out on a Ruiz check. Maybe 7 figures, 1 million maybe. Took the HELENIUS fight, lost that. Now it's a case of you have to get in line and come back. But the best thing will be to fight HELENIUS, beat HELENIUS well, to almost say it was a fluke last time, and then he'll sort of be back in the queue because he's got a fan base, right? He's got a big fan base. I remember when you watch the highlights of that HELENIUS beatdown, everyone in the audience, I think it was Polish, right? All the audience were just like, so he's got a fan base, he'll get there. ARUM, forget $80 for pay-per-view, go back to charging $40 and we'll see tremendous increase in buys. Agreed. I think $80 is fucking, it's crazy. It's madness, right? Madness. Like $80 for pay-per-view. What is $80 in pounds? $80 in 64 quid. Oh, I don't know what to say about that. 64 quid, peeps. I think, let's be honest, we had a fucking heart attack over here when they increased, just for 2 fights, the pay-per-view from $19.95, I think it was, to $24.95. To $24.95, 64 quid. Madness. What's even $40? $40 in pounds. What's that? 32 quid. It's just ridiculous. Even that, ridiculous. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to go back down to bloody $40. I guess, look, it depends on the fight, right? Like I've openly said, if AJ fights Fury, or you know, if AJ was to fight Deontay Wilder back in the day, if those types of fights happen, and sort of the UK pay-per-view people, so BT or Sky Sports, decide to put that up to 30 quid, then take my money. Take my money, right? And that's 30 quid. In America, let's be honest, if AJ was to fight Deontay Wilder back when it should have happened in the States, I think it could have been near $100 pay-per-view. I think they might have done something crazy like that. $100, right? How much was Mayweather Pacquiao pay-per-view? Wasn't that the same? Wasn't that like $100? And Mayweather McGregor. It's just ridiculous, man. Come on. Like, it's just crazy. What else have we got? Anything else we got here? Spence says, rematch with Porter has to wait. I've got a lot of bigger fish to fry. Well, okay. Have you? I think Porter deserves a rematch. I thought it was a good fight. Look, if you're going to fight Pac-Man or... Sorry, my mind is going to break. Crawford, then fine. If you're fighting anyone else, if you're fighting a Danny Garcia or a Furman, then no. I'd rather actually see Porter, believe it or not, because Porter brought it. Porter brought it. Such a good fight. And I don't see Errol Spence fighting Crawford or Pac-Man, to be honest with you. In fact, yeah, I can't see any of those fights happening, so we'll see. This is interesting. Dillian White says, Joshua is avoiding rematch with me, fooling public with fake excuses. Let's understand this. Why would Joshua avoid a rematch with Dillian White? Like, why? It's interesting. I think White's got to stop this thinking that everyone is scared of him. I like Dillian Whyte, but they're not scared of you. These fighters aren't scared of you. It comes down to pounds and pence. That's it. It comes down to pounds and pence. It was the same thing the other day. Someone asked me about Fury and Usyk, as though Fury is scared of Usyk. I said, of course he isn't scared of Usyk. Why is Fury 6'9", 19 stone, going to be scared of a 6'2" guy that's come up from cruiserweight? It's not scared of him. It's about the money. Joshua's not. Like Dillian Whyte's, what he's saying here almost makes it sound like Joshua's scared of him. Joshua's not scared of him. He beat him, knocked him out. Did that not happen? Right? Have I missed something? Come on, man. Like, I think it's a closer fight now, but I would always put my money on Joshua to beat Dillian Whyte. I just think Joshua's better. It's that simple. Joshua, though, has bigger fish to fry. If Joshua today announced that he's fighting Dillian Whyte, there would be fucking uproar. Let's not pretend, people. There would be uproar. People would be going, no, I only want the Tyson Fury fight. This is a disgrace. And that's what Joshua has to deal with. That's what he has to deal with. Would we be more happier to see Joshua versus Whyte than Pulev? Yeah, absolutely. But to be honest, we want Joshua versus... I think people would be even more happier to see Joshua versus Usyk than Joshua versus Whyte. That's the way I think, right? I think people would even... Some people might even want to see Joshua versus Jerome Miller than Joshua versus Dillian Whyte. Not because Miller is better than Whyte, because we want to see something different, right? So Joshua's not... Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. All right, last couple of bits before we talk about Mike Tyson taking over the boxing world. Tyson Fury vows to continue fighting until he's 40 years old. Doubt it, if I'm honest with you. How old's Tyson Fury now? Let's have a quick butchers. Tyson Fury age, what is he? 31. He ain't fighting for 9 years. That's it. Let's move on. Okay, this one's interesting. Dillian Whyte says, I don't think Usyk is big enough, strong enough to win heavyweight title. Don't you? Yeah, I do. I don't think you have to be 6'8" and 270 pounds. I think, what is he? What's Usyk? How tall is he? I think he's, 6'3"? I'm going to say he's about 215, 220. Skills pay the bills, my friends. Skills pay the bills. It's that simple. And Usyk is skillful enough to do some damage in heavyweight division. Last bit, Errol Spence says, I think an angel was with me. I should have lost my life that night, sorry. Yes, you should have. And I hope that that's the wake-up call that's needed. He's been tweeting a few things recently, right? Saying stuff like, I'm going to stay in and around my weight now. I don't think he's going to go above 160, which is very interesting, which is what it should be. These guys are athletes, and a lot of these boxers, as soon as they win or lose a fight, they seem to just balloon up like they're not athletes, and then try and come back down again when a fight gets announced. No, stay in the gym all the time. Don't have to spar, just stay in the gym all the time and stay around your weight. What is it? What's the friend? Stay ready, not to get ready. I can't remember what the fucking saying is, but you guys know what I mean. All right, should we talk about Mike Tyson literally breaking the internet? So Mike Tyson, for those of you that have been living on Mars for the last couple of days, Mike Tyson released, I'm going to say it was a 4-second clip, could be longer, about 4 seconds of him throwing a 1, 2, 3, I think it was a 5 or 6 punch combination, and it literally broke the internet. Mike Tyson announced about a week ago that he wants to get in shape to do an exhibition fight. I don't know who with, right? That would be interesting. I don't know if it's to raise money for charity or he just wants to kick someone's ass. I would probably favor the latter when talking about Mike Tyson, if I'm honest with you, right? Because he could do many a thing to raise money for charity, but I think he wants to get in there and kick someone ass. Now, I will say this, Mike Tyson does look in good nick, right? I mean, if you remember photos of Mike Tyson 10 years ago, he was fat. He was severely overweight, right? He was definitely sort of 20 plus stone. He looks like he's around 19 stone now. But let's all calm down a bit. Let's all calm down, right? I mean, I've seen some absolute nonsense. I've seen some absolute nonsense, people. People saying stuff like Mike Tyson can come back now and knock out Deontay Wilder. And I don't know if that's because they dislike Wilder or because they're living their childhood dreams. I think it's a bit of both, right? I mean, if you're between the ages of 30 to 50, seeing Mike Tyson do that 6-punch combination or whatever punch combination it was would have given you a semi-erection because it was phenomenal. But it was a 6-punch combination, people. Let's calm down. Mike Tyson is 53 years old. There is no way on hell that Mike Tyson could get in the ring and hang with the current heavyweights. No way. I even saw a poll. This is why I know people are just a bit mad. I think it was a poll and it was who would win, Mike Tyson or Dave Allen? And I think Mike Tyson won that poll by a landslide. Are you guys crazy? Are you crazy? Are we just forgetting that Mike Tyson got put in his ass by Danny Williams many, many years ago? When was that fight? When was that fight? Let's have a quick look. 2 seconds, people. Mike Tyson, Danny Williams. What year was it? ...2004. So that's what, 16 years ago. So Mike Tyson, I'm so crap with this, 43, 10 years ago, 37. But you now think a 53-year-old Mike Tyson could somehow do better. All right, yeah. What have you been drinking? What's in your coffee in the morning? Mike Tyson could never hang with the guys now. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. I get it. There's a bit of nostalgia there. I understand. But no. No. He wouldn't, like, he would get destroyed. Like, what are we thinking here? Same thing with like Nigel Benn, when Nigel Benn started talking about he's come back with Sakio Bika. Thank God that was halted, and he was like hitting the pads and it was ferocious. And I am a Nigel Benn fan. You're not going to get a bigger Nigel Benn fan than me. And I was like, oh God, but then I thought, wait a minute, stop this nonsense. Just a bit of pad work, right? Yes, he looks great on the pads, but as soon as someone tries to hit him back, there's a problem. And thank God he decided to can that idea. It just can't happen. Even Floyd, a lot of people, obviously Floyd's back in the gym, and Floyd retired, I don't know how many years ago now, and people are talking about, oh, Floyd could come back and kick Errol Spence's ass. No, he can't. Like, stop your nonsense, man. When these fighters retire, they retire for a reason. They can't do it anymore. It's that simple, right? Not many of them retire at like peak age on top. I think of someone like Andre Ward. I think Andre Ward could do it again, right? But the rest can't. When they retire and it's been years since they had a fight, it's done. It's done. It's done, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you this. Mike Tyson can't compete with the heavyweights of today anymore. He couldn't 17 years ago. All right? It wasn't just Danny Williams. Didn't that what's the other kid that beat him as well? I can't remember. He couldn't 17 years ago. But all of a sudden, you guys think because he hit a pad for 6 seconds, he could somehow do it now. Ain't happening, peeps. Ain't happening. It reminds me of like when I was young, I say young, Fat Ronaldo. Oh, God, the greatest player ever for me. Yeah, that Kevin McBride that made Tyson retire. God, that annoys me. But anyway, when I remember when he fought, I was talking about Ronaldo. Yeah, Fat Ronaldo. I remember thinking, surely if he just loses a bit of weight and comes back. And then I saw him in an exhibition game, and I think he was like 41, and he still done that famous step over that he always does. And I'm thinking, nah, if this guy gets like fit, if he gets in shape, I'm sorry, he can score 20 goals. He can't, he's done. He's done. Like, it hurt me, but he's done. It's just how it happens. We don't like to see our greats get old. Tyson is 53, people. It was a 6-second combo. Why do you think he didn't release the full 50 seconds? Why do you think he didn't release that? Maybe because the 50 seconds weren't as great. Maybe because he was on his ass after 50 seconds thinking, 6 seconds looked great, didn't it? Yeah, Evander could do that. Lennox could do that. Vitali could do that. They all could do it, right? Sugar Ray Leonard probably do that, right? Sorry, just thought I'd be the bearer of bad news. Again, I'm back. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, please like and share the videos. It really does help the channel a lot. And if you want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, I'm done. Peace.